Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the sixth year class of 2021. I hope you had an opportunity this morning to enjoy your liturgy. It was a lovely moment to reflect on all that has been achieved and all the blessings that we have been experiencing over the last few weeks while we've been back together. We want to welcome our students who are here upstairs, our teachers, our parents who couldn't be with us today, obviously for health and safety reasons, but who I know are with us in spirit, and the wider St. Louis family and friends who are joining us through the live stream this morning. Firstly, I'm going to introduce you to Caitlin Flynn, an LCA student who is graduating today, who has written a poem and is going to recite it for us this morning. So I welcome Caitlin.
Tick-tock goes the clock, not giving us a second to breathe. Tick-tock goes the clock, not giving us a minute to think. Tick-tock goes the clock, not giving us an hour's rest. Tick-tock goes the clock, not giving us a moment to be loved. If all we have is time, then let's use it wisely. Life is so precious, and we are put on this earth for a reason. We may not know how, but let's go and explore this world together, hand in hand, with love by our side.
Thank you, Caitlin. I want to introduce our head girl team, Eva Harmon, head girl, and Julie Guinan, deputy head girl, and they're going to speak to you this morning.
Thank you, Miss Nolan. Girls, we've done it. It's unbelievable to think that our time in this green uniform is coming to an end. All the early mornings rocking up at Fatima Gate will soon be over. One of the biggest chapters in our lives is coming to a close. 2015 feels like a lifetime ago and yesterday at the exact same time. I've been honoured to be a Louis girl, and I want to take this special moment I've been given to tell the story of a girl who started in St. Louis in 2015 or 2016 if you didn't do TY. This special girl is made up of 108 little pieces, and each of you are one of those pieces. It doesn't matter your age, ability, gender, race, religious belief, or sexual orientation, everyone makes up this Louis girl. So we're going to call her Lou. Lou was 4'0" when coming into the Louis and wondered would she ever be as tall as some of the sixth years. For some of us, that was a hard no. She came from primary school being the big ones in sixth class to becoming a cute wee first year waddling around with her new school bag bigger and heavier than herself. She walked through the convent gates like a dry sponge, ready to absorb all the empowerment and knowledge St. Louis was about to give her. She was enthusiastic about starting secondary school, but still had her worries and fears. She quickly became aware of one of the hardest aspects of life in St. Louis. And to explain this, I want to quote one of the greatest films of all time, Kung Fu Panda, in the words of Po. My greatest enemy, stairs. The sixth years seemed like giants, and she had to deal with the trauma of figuring out the school map as well as having a D locker on top of all of that. Slowly but surely, our girl Lou got settled in, and with second year came search for a star. She put together a performance with her class, and they shone as bright as they possibly could. However, the following year, in 2018, the shining became a little bit too intense, and the school itself went up in flames, leading her to tackle her last few weeks of third year, as well as the dreaded junior cert in DKIT. She chose to do TY and took part in the best musical the school has ever seen, but little did she realize this would be her last normal year of school. Over the last 2 years, Lou has had to endure something no Leaving Cert class has ever had to do before. She had to go through 2 years of preparations for the Leaving Cert during a pandemic. And let me tell you, she did it with huge strength. So from being all shook up to all burnt down, she's had bizarre experiences throughout her time in St. Louis. Whether it was sneaking into her pals' bedrooms in Amsterdam, stinking of tan while collecting her junior cert results, or getting off school for 2 weeks in fifth year because of COVID, we've all learned so much from Lou, and what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And from each of these experiences we've all had, what wonderful memories were created, and we will all cherish them forever. Now for us, the sixth years, this is our first time in our lives we don't know exactly where we're going in September. The unknown, of course, makes us all a little nervous, but it's definitely going to be an exciting adventure. The Louis School and teachers have helped us grow as individuals. We are all now aspiring young voices, ready for whatever the world and the 21st century wants to throw at the class of 2021. Our confidence has blossomed, and we've learned to stand up and do what's right. You can achieve anything if you want to achieve it and you believe in yourself. Be hopeful and have dreams. Here in St. Louis, every day that went by, each and every one of our teachers nurtured our strengths, they built our confidence, they pushed us when fear got in the way, empowered each and every one of us, and taught us that being women, we are as equal and capable as everybody else. We, the class of 2021, are going to take this world and beyond by storm. Life is a journey, and whatever road is ahead of each and every one of us from here, we have a wonderful foundation from the St. Louis Secondary School to achieve greatness. But on this journey to greatness, don't forget to enjoy the ride. I know Lou will. We are grateful for all these memories, but none of this would have been possible without such a good support. So on behalf of the St. Louis graduating class of 2021, I would like to thank our parents, guardians, and our support system at home. You've had to endure getting a child through Leaving Cert and have had to convert your home into school for parts of the last 2 years. For that, you all deserve the equivalent of 625 points, and we couldn't have done it without you. I would like to thank the ladies in their office for their warm, welcoming smile, the cleaners and caretakers for keeping our school as beautiful as it is, and the canteen ladies for providing us with warm meals, warm smiles, and endless chats. I would like to thank Miss Mallon for mentoring the Student Council, as well as Mr. Kilkenny and Maycare Sherry for their amazing work on creating our fabulous yearbook. Thanks to everyone who put together today's ceremony. It really shows how much our Louis family cares about us. Considering the circumstances, you still managed to put together an amazing ceremony, which we were all incredibly grateful for. We would especially like to thank our wonderful teachers for giving us an absolutely amazing education here in St. Louis. We've been taught by each and every one of you the value and importance of our education, and we will nurture and build on that going forward. I would like to extend my sincerest thanks to the Student Council and especially our Senior Council. Molly, Leona, Hermione, Nisha, Kaya, Kira, Ava, Natasha, and Julie. We all worked so well together and achieved a lot for which I am proud of, as well as having a lot of fun along the way. And to Julie, our deputy head girl. We were an amazing team, and I genuinely couldn't have worked with anyone better. So thank you from the very bottom of my heart. Speaking of the council, I want to wish next year's head girl and deputy head girl the very best of luck. Enjoy every minute of it, because it's the best year, but it's also the quickest. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our former principal, Miss Lorraine Quigley, who welcomed us into St. Louis back in 2015, and who was part of the graduation mass here today. It was lovely that you could join us. I also want to thank Sister Trina, who's here with us today and who also took part in our liturgy as a representative of our St. Louis community. Thank you for all the work you do on behalf of all of us. We also have a wee token of appreciation for the next few people. To Miss B. Murphy, how lucky were we not to only have you as our year head for 1 year, but to have you as our year head for all our years. This is a rare phenomenon in the school. I want to apologize on behalf of all 6 years for the 6 years of late absence notes. We really didn't mean it. When we were in first year, you took us in and minded us, and you continued to care for us still to this moment. We sincerely thank you for everything you did for each and every one of us. To Miss Gilmore, you are a super vice principal. Thank you for all the support you have given us over the years. Your door was always open, and you always had our best interests at heart. Thank you very much. And to our principal, Miss Dolan, like us, you were still new to the school in 2015. During our time here, we were thrilled you became captain of our ship. Thank you for not only what you've given us, but what you've given the school over the last number of years. From all your St. Louis girls here today, we sincerely thank you, Ms. Dolan, for everything, and we wish you every success and happiness in life.
Thank you, girls. Thank you. They're beautiful. Thank you very much.
And finally, thank you, St. Louis. There are no words to express. Oh my God. There are no words to express just how much this school means to me. We've grown and learned so much throughout our time here. Some of the most talented, creative, and hardworking girls are those that we've all met in this school. The class of 2021 wants to present a bench to remember us by. We didn't realize how big of a bench collection we'd be adding to, but we hope our one stands out in the crowd. And when anyone sits on it, they'll think fondly of us.
Absolutely, well done. Well done.
St. Louis has been a very important part in shaping me and all of us into the people we are today, and I'm honoured to be part of a community where we've learned to support each other in all aspects of our lives. We've met friends that we will now have for life, and each of us have come to our deeper understanding of the school motto, Un Saint Unum, that they may be one. Once a Louis girl, always a Louis girl. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful words from our head girl and deputy. And thank you so much for your wonderful gift. You will certainly be remembered for more than your bench, but we will enjoy your bench so much as well. Thank you. So we'll introduce Miss B. Murphy, who's going to say a few words. She's taken such good care of these girls over a long time, 6 years, and she just wants a few words of farewell.
So to the class of 2021, the theme for your graduation today is take pride in how far you have come. Have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. And this sums up perfectly the three things that I would like to say to you today. Firstly, each and every one of you should be so proud of how far you've come during your time in Dundalk. It has been an absolute privilege for me to watch you as a year group grow into young adulthood. Some of the group who started their St. Louis journey with us on August the 31st, 2015, have already moved on, and some new faces have been welcomed into the fold over the past 6 years. There have been lots of fun times, but there have also been many challenges along the way, as Eva pointed out. Be proud that you have made it to this special day as you graduate as the class of 2021. The second thing I would like to say to you is have faith in how far you can go. You are an immensely talented group, and you have achieved success in many sporting, artistic, musical, and academic ventures. I sincerely hope that your time in Dundalk has strengthened your sense of self-awareness, self-belief, and self-respect. Each one of you, as an individual, has the potential to do good in this world, and I wish you every success wherever your path leads you. Finally, and thirdly, if the past 14 months have taught us anything, it is to appreciate and find pleasure in the everyday. Sunshine, birdsong, a kind word, the sight of a familiar face in a Zoom call or a Google Meet, or even a free ice cream on a nice warm Friday afternoon. May you never lose the ability to take enjoyment from the small things in life. I wish each of you happiness as you prepare for the next stage of your journey. Be proud of how far you have come. Have faith in your own potential to go further, and never forget to enjoy the journey. All more, agus gurumagav.
Thank you, Miss Murphy. So a few words from me, and then we will soon get to our graduation procession. The girls are going to proceed through the school, and the teachers will be in the doorways on the corridors to cheer them on, and the rest of the school community will be watching through the live stream. Firstly, I want to say thank you to Eva and Julie for your inspiring words this morning. I feel like it's an opportune time for me on behalf of the whole school community to recognise the positive leadership qualities you demonstrated under difficult circumstances as the head girl team this year. As you said, here in St. Louis, we strive to nurture the holistic development of each individual student, And both of you are wonderful examples of the rounded young women we hope to send out into the world. So a sincere thank you for all your work on behalf of the student body this year, and we wish you and your peers every success in your studies and all future endeavours. Graduation is a pivotal moment in a young woman's life, a moment to look back and take pride in how far you've come, and a moment where you begin to fully grasp your own amazing potential and begin to dream about how far you might actually go. We are all with you here today to reflect on your past achievements and to consider your bright futures, but also to encourage you to mindfully live each day and extract as much fun as you can from every moment. The experience of living through the pandemic has been very challenging, but if we can take one positive lesson from the months of anxiety and isolation, it might be a new awakening, a new appreciation for the small, simple moments of joy that we used to take for granted. A smile from a stranger, a handshake when we met someone for the first time, a hug when we were feeling emotional, or the chance to gossip close. Think of the times in the past when we turned down invitations to parties, or we did not visit family or friends because we were a bit tired. I know I, for one, will go to the opening of an envelope if I'm asked in the future. And I'm sure you are all more than ready to get out into the world to mingle and to dance and to romance. This terrible virus has forced us apart to teach us that we are actually far more connected than we ever realised, and that we rely so heavily on each other and the natural world for our health, well-being, and even our lives. The founder of St. Louis, Louis Bottin, recognised this almost 200 years ago when he coined Ut Sint Unum as the congregation's central motto. That they may be one captures perfectly our post-COVID desires for connection, gender equality, racial justice, and economic fairness in the wider world. The threat of climate change and its impact also sharpens our understanding of how fragile our lives and our future will be if we do not work together to protect the environment. So while I'm identifying a number of serious issues that need to be addressed, I'm not afraid for the future. I have every faith in your generation as future leaders and citizens. I have every faith in you because I have borne witness to how much knowledge and skills you've gained in the last 5 or 6 years. I've observed your strength of character, your work ethic, your resilience, your kindness. I've seen you cope with the unexpected and still come back smiling and ready to try again. I beg your indulgence to comment on one particular student who embodies the St. Louis spirit for me. I'm thinking in particular of Tamira Murphy's courage and determination to return to school when she became a young mother this year. She's graduating today, one of over 100 girls who have been tested and proven that they have the attitude to succeed. I truly believe the trials that you've all endured have hardened your steel and you are ready for anything the world has to throw at you. It's always sad to say goodbye to classmates. We've seen the tears already and there will be more. To say goodbye to the girls with whom you've shared tears of laughter and joy. Girls who've supported you so many times when you were in need and also celebrated your successes. Girls with whom you've shared your secrets and fears. Girls who will always have an important place in your heart and in your life story. It's also difficult to say goodbye to teachers and those who have been there to listen and guide and advise you when you needed help. I'm sure you will all miss Ethna, Una, Tommy, Jim, and all office staff, Teresa, Maureen, and Mary, who are there when you need help. You'll also miss Sarah and Nora, who played an important role in keeping our school clean and safe during this time. I know Sister Trina holds a special place in your heart, and she's here with us today in the chapel hall. We take this moment to appreciate the wishes and prayers of all the St. Louis sisters and our wonderful neighbours next door. It's difficult for us as teachers and SNAs to say goodbye to you too. You've been the focus of our energy, our care for 5 or 6 years. You've given us great fun, a few sleepless nights and a few more grey hairs, but regardless of who you were when you joined us in 2015 or 16, you became Louis girls, our pride and our joy. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all your teachers on your behalf, especially Miss Murphy, who took such special care of you all. We thank them for all their care and attention and the fact that they saw you each as individuals, getting to know your specific needs and giving you such extra time and effort. It's really difficult for your parents to say goodbye to their precious girls today. You all had strong love bestowed on you from the moment you were born. That love nurtured and supported you during your primary years until you were carefully placed in our hands for safekeeping. You were further strengthened by the strong sense of connectedness and belonging you've experienced here in school. When a young girl or woman feels like they belong and are valued, they can do amazing things. When our roots are strong, we are not afraid to grow up and try new things, as we know deep down we have somewhere loving and supportive to return. Repay that kindness and generosity by continuing to develop your spirituality. Life has given you so many wonderful gifts and experiences. Your faith and belief may be the only comfort you will have when things go wrong. Always remember the second St. Louis motto on our crest: Dieu le veut. In God one finds truth. When you are low, you can always turn to your faith for help. And when life is happy and fruitful, it is equally important to give thanks and share what you can. Finally, be proud of who you are. Take pride in how far you have come. Be confident, self-assured, liberated, secure. Believe in yourself. Have faith in how far you can go. You have limitless potential to develop your own capabilities and be a powerful agent for good. And don't forget to enjoy the journey. Remember to breathe. Get out into nature, connect with friends, and go into the world to make it a more beautiful place for all to enjoy. So I'm going to invite Miss Gilmore to recite a poem for you just before we start our actual graduation procession. Thank you.
This is a poem that I first heard a long time ago in this very room, in this very hall, at my very first sixth-year St. Louis graduation ceremony. When back then the sixth-year graduation ceremony was actually held here in the hall, and it struck a chord with me. It's actually 250 years old. It's by an American poet called John Greenleaf Whittier. Having said that, I thought it was very appropriate for the times we're in and for the journey that you're about to set off on. It's actually entitled Don't Quit. So I suppose that probably kind of gives a good indication of what it's about. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a failure comes about, when we might have won had we stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. You never can tell just how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. For all the sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest are these: it might have been.
So I think we're almost ready to invite the first graduate to come to the chapel hall. So we are using social distancing, as you can see. The students are walking through the school with their masks on, but they will take them off before they just enter the hall one by one. And they'll come to the front, collect their script and their cert, and then we will just have a little bow to each other with our hand on our heart to show the love that we have and our best wishes for their future and the connection that will always remain between the St. Louis community and our Louis girls.
Okay, we'll begin with the 6th LCA graduation class of 2021. Chloe Casey. Nicole Casey. Caitlin Flynn. Kelsey Gartland. Chloe Mulligan. Tamara Murphy. Simone Winters. Congratulations, girls.
Next, we are calling the 6L class from the graduation class of 2021. Faria Abdullahi. Ore Adebi. Mia Allen. Mia Bellew. Abby Boyle. Abby Brady. Natalia Burak. Lana Butliar. Kayla Byrne. Kira Callan. Megan Carroll. Amy Karen. Roisin Clark. Kiva Coleman. Kiva Conroy. Kelly Dancia. Shauna Devlin. Marley Diallo. Chloe Dollard. Ella Duffy. Shauna Duffy. Sienna Flynn. Trinity Ogbeni. Gift Ottobor. Leah Redmond. Aliyah Sanusi. Alicia Saidu. Precious Ume. Annika Wisniewska. And congratulations to the class 6L 2021.
Okay, we will now call upon the 6O class, graduation class of 2021, Mary Gorman. Julie Guinan. Niamh Hanaway. Callie Harper. Ellen Hodgers. Laurie Hughes. Victoria Zajola. Ellen Johnston. Maggie Jones. Natasha Carney. Nadine Kelly. Grace Kenny. Maycare Sherry. Ashlyn Kirk. Precious Kuzabagbe. Katie Lawler. Sean Lennon. Emma Lynch. Laura Maguire. Hanan Mahamud. Inge Manuli. Emma Malone. Fiona Ing. Hannah Pfeiffer. Rabia Saeed. Congratulations to the class of 6O.
And now we welcome class 6U from the graduation class of 2021, beginning with Favour James IAU. Zara Mazar. Hermione McAleer. Isabel McCarran. Aisling McCreesh. Louise McIntaggart. Rebecca McGuirk. Faye McKevitt. Leona McLaughlin. Jodie Meehan. Dervla Millin. Loretta McCain. Nisha Morgan Corrigan. Abigail Morris. Katie Morris. Tamsin Mortimer. Samira Toure. Aveen Murphy. Felicity Ugbene. Ava Nugent. Nadine O'Donoghue. Holly O'Donoghue. Tara O'Hagan. Grace Odebanjo. Tomi Joda. Kate Svender. Aoife Verling. Kamal Wajahat. Jade Waters. Nicole Waters. So well done and congratulations to Class 6U.
And we conclude with our class of 6I 2021. Aideen Cowan. Taryn Green. Eva Harmon. Sophie Horechka. Nisha Hughes. Kevin Rice. Sarah Rowe. Nella Sadiq. Faiza Shittu. Farida Shittu. Kaya Taff. Susanna Tomaszek. Molly Toner. Kira Vernon. Robin Woods. So congratulations once again to the class of 6I and to all our graduates. Could maybe around the school we could give them one big round of applause. Let's hear it.
So we have one more little piece of work to do before we have another piece of music and we get to finish up this morning. So I hope all the sixth years are back in their base rooms. And we have to move on to the St. Louis Ethos Award. So you'll know that we usually have an annual awards night. There are lots of information about all the achievements across the school. But obviously with the pandemic, we're not able to meet and do that this year. But we definitely wanted to make sure that our most prestigious award, the St. Louis Ethos Award, for the person who embodies the spirit of St. Louis and Ut St. Unum, would be included in this year's ceremony. So we have 4 nominees who have been nominated by members of staff and by their own peers. We have the great pleasure of welcoming back the winner of the Dún Laoghaire Ethos Award 2020, Orla Harrison, who is with us today. So Orla, I'll ask you to come up with your trophy so you can pass it on to the next person. Orla is here, and in some of the pictures you'll see her there with Katie Matthews, the last year's winner, who did present the award to you. And Orla obviously embodied everything that we expected from a Louis girl while she was here, and I know she's gone out into the community and she's been working with the elderly, and she again is bringing that impact to lots and lots of people. And we know that your star is shining bright and it will continue to do so. So it's our pleasure and our privilege to have you back here this morning. We're going to start with the nominees. We've got the 4 of them here in front of us, so it's a bit of a nervous time for you girls, I'm sure. We're going to start with Natasha Carney. Okay, so Natasha, if you'd like to stand up, please. You can take off your mask if you want. You've got plenty of distance there. Natasha has been a valued member of the school's basketball squad and is a great 3-point scorer. She's absolutely an incredible player. I played a little bit of basketball, but I was never at that standard. Incredible girl. She's also an active member of the Green Schools Committee and takes her responsibility around the environment very, very strongly. She has represented the school many, many times, being interviewed on the media and national media around the issues to do with the environment and the Green Schools work. She was one of our student representatives at the Dundalk Youth Assembly and instrumental in getting the diplomatic passport from the worldwide global schools around our work for global citizenship education. So, Natasha, you are highly regarded among the staff and students, and we want to commend you today for all you've done while in your time with us. So can we give Natasha a round of applause, please? We're going to move on to our second nominee, Victory Ijajola. Victory, if you could stand up, please. Thank you. This is the embarrassing bit. Victory has really found her voice in senior cycle, as evidenced by her recent 3rd place in the national media writing competition, based around the topic of racism. Victory is such a diligent student who has successfully combined her studies with her interest in current affairs. I know every time I sent out an email with a writing competition, at least one person would have a go. And it was always you, Victory. So well done. It's paid off. As a member of the Student Advisory Committee for the Worldwide Global Schools, her suggestion was included in the annual Student Conference on Racial Justice. And that was a really, really important and powerful and influential day in the school 2 weeks ago, and had a lot of influence on the younger students and staff too. So well done to you for all you've done. You've worked so, so hard. And you really do also know and understand and live the spirit of St. Louis. So thank you, Victory. So our 3rd nominee you've met is Eva Harmon. Sorry, Eva Harmon, I get it right. I'm sorry, not Eva. Eva, not only is she being an exemplary head girl and a wonderful role model for younger students, but she also became an honorary member of the Green Schools Committee this year. She's proven herself to be a clear communicator, as we saw already today, and a very efficient link between the student body and the school council, staff, and management. And I know the lengths that Eva has gone to behind the scenes, to be there for lots of other girls, and to have empathy for girls in all sorts of situations across the school community. You've been a lovely and wonderful support to me in my role as well, Eva. So thank you so, so much. Big round of applause for Eva Harmon. And the 4th nominee then is Eva Nugent. Eva, thank you. Eva has been an integral member of the Green Schools Committee, demonstrating great generosity and kindness, particularly with the younger students. Eva represented the school in the SEAI One Good Idea competition, and her Active Angels project won the title of Regional School of the Year for St. Louis. Eva has been a very supported and valued friend to many of her peers in her 6th year cohort. And she's a true activist who gets out and gets her hands dirty, but does it in a way that brings people with her. And we really respect that about you, Eva. So well done to you, and a big round of applause for you. So as you can imagine, with such wonderful girls, 15 nominees and then shortlisted to 4, the points system that we used, it was so tight. It was very, very difficult to discern between all of you. But unfortunately, there can only be one winner, and Orla's here to present the Dún Luath Ethos Award 2021 to Eva Harmon. Do you want to say a word, or if you had said enough as it is? Go on ahead.
I know I've already said loads, but I just want to say a huge thank you to my parents, my teachers, and all my mentors. As you know, this school means so much to me, and I'm crying again. But just thank you to everybody. And I don't want to have missed anybody, but just thank you so much. I couldn't have done this without all the support that I've been given throughout my time here. Thank you. And congratulations to the other nominees as well, Eva, Victory, and Natasha.
We have some gifts for you girls just before you disappear. There's a few bits and pieces here to thank you for all you've done for the school. So we'll pass those out. Miss Murphy, maybe you would do that for me. And Eva, you've been sponsored a brand new laptop, quite a very high spec laptop from CTI. I have it for you in the office, so you can take that with you into third level, and hopefully you do lots of good work with that going forward. So we'll say thank you to our friends at CTI for their generous prize as well. So just a few more words of thanks from me. A morning like this can't happen without the cooperation and collaboration of an awful lot of people. We talk in education now about distributed leadership, and I am so lucky. I have so many people who volunteer and do so much for me around the school, and this morning's experience is an example of the quality of the leadership that I have and the support I have across the school. I want to say thank you to Mr. Hoy, Miss Vanetta Trainer, Sinead O'Hagan, and the girls of the Senior Council, Miss Charlene Woods and Miss Gabriella Brady, for all the work that was done around the liturgy. It was so well done and so beautiful, so poignant, so important to have that part of our day, and it really was special. I want to thank Miss Vanetta Woods for the baby pictures, and I know Miss O'Hagan did work around the theme and the prep for that as well. Miss Anya McEnany and Mr. Fergal Kilkenny for all their work around art, and I want to thank Miss Fitzsimons for her support around sound and technical support, and Miss Byrne for the incredible music that was generated during the liturgy this morning, and for the music that we're going to hear now before we finish. Big thank you from me to Miss B. Murphy for the responsibility that she took to look after these girls on behalf of myself and the board all of these years, and to Miss Gilmore, who does everything I don't do, and does it with such grace and such aplomb. So thank you so much. I will get a chance to thank the staff at the end of next week when we have our meeting, but I know that having our parents and our students with us this morning, it would be very important to say a massive thank you on all our behalf to our amazing St. Louis teachers, and to give them the round of applause that they deserve, because they are incredible individuals. They go above and beyond, and we're so lucky to have such a group of people in the school working with us every day. So can we do that before we go on, please? Thank you. So we're going to invite the 6th year class group to sing again for us this morning. We'll just maybe take 20 seconds to set it up. So we'll ask you to indulge us just to let that happen. And we're going to, it's actually good timing. We're about 1:45. So we have about 5 minutes of music, and then everybody will stay where they are in their base classes with their teacher until the bell at 1:05. And a big thank you for all of you who have joined us this morning for the liturgy and also for the graduation mass. A big thank you to Gregory and Fabian Murphy, who have provided the live stream and the video this morning as well. I hope I haven't left anybody out. We've just had everybody in the whole school building working well this morning in cooperation to make this happen. As I said, we're so lucky. So I'll say thank you and God bless.
For you, there'll be no more cry. For you, the sun will be shining, and I feel that when I'm with you, it's alright. I know it's right. To you, I'll give give the world to you, I'll never be cold. 'Cause I feel that when I'm with you, it's alright. I know it's right. And through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong. And down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me when I come to call. She won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. And I wish you all the love in the world, but most of all, I wish it from myself. And the songbirds are singing like they know the score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. Like never before. Like never before. Like never before.
No dry eyes in the house. Good morning. God bless, and thank you all for all you've done.